If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them.
All right, let's get into this here. Now, I know it's been about a week. Oh, sorry about that. I know it's been about a week since I did anything, and I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I said, this on a Saturday night, might as well get it over with because tomorrow I'm doing some other shit, and I'm not shocked, surprised, or rah-rah about anything right now. It's just quite clearly I've been saying what I've been saying for the past, a week now. This is none of our business, but yet things are they're starting to get slightly worse. But then you got everybody named Mama proclaiming things that they don't know about, which I'm just gonna say, for the sake of argument, y'all don't know shit from Shinola, and y'all just need to stay away. But clearly, this is content. This is content for y'all. This is content for the average Joe Schmo. This is content for the big players, and you're gonna do what you want to do, right? But if he throws his back, let me make this statement. I do not like it that Umar is putting this out public. I mean, clearly, I would have not said anything. I would have went behind closed doors, and obviously I would have taken care of the situation. But when it comes to my kids, I'm not going to speak on his. But yet, when we don't hold both parties' feet to the fire, it's a problem. It is a problem. So the mother here, I'm not speaking on anybody else, but this particular woman, the mother is going to get praise all because she thinks she's an awesome mother when clearly she is not. She is not. And I have proof. I don't have proof, but I have evidence of I know because of a certain people that I know, that I speak to, when it comes to truth and facts, I know what the is going on behind closed doors. You don't know, but I do. According to the people that I speak to, he's good, and this is all I hear. He needs to be he needs to be responsible for taking care of his kids. True. He'll let this go on from 18 to 22. 18 to 22. So we're going to skip conception. We're going to skip conception all the way up to 22. So we're going to cut off the tree branch. We're going to cut off the part of the tree branch that's not necessary when we should be going for the root of the problem. So we don't give a damn about the root. We just want to go for the limb or the tree or whatever. So we want to put onuses on both parties. Okay. Okay. Just because she's 22. Okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, again, I say this and I say this proudly. Y'all don't know shit. You're going to just keep listening to certain people. And for her sake, for as far as Anissa goes, she is clearly feeling what it is like to be online. Now, she has gotten some praise for certain people, and then she has gotten dogged. She has gotten dogged out. Y'all seen the Tommy Sotomayor episode? You seen the Tommy Sotomayor where Tommy Sotomayor just went ham, ballistic, right? And you also seen Corey Holcomb's. You seen Corey Holcomb's live where Corey Holcomb just acts a damn donkey. It's just like Corey's gonna be Corey, but she has been absolutely dogged by certain particular men that I I would tell them, listen, just leave these people alone, let them handle the situation. But clearly, you hear it from people like Angry Man, right? And I listen to Angry Man's perspective, and I'm gonna have to be honest with you. After hearing Angry Man's perspective on the situation, I can't lie. I think he's about half right. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to say that he's half right. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm just gonna have to say that this brother is half right for the things that he is saying.
I want to fly you out to Albuquerque. I don't have every last detail. I actually went over and watched the video that she put out. And then I watched the video where he responded. And so I want to give my thoughts on the situation. Now, some of you are going to be like, but Angry Man, Dr. Umar's a deadbeat. You know, all of that shit, right? And see, when I look at the entire situation, right? And make no mistake about it, y'all know how I feel about Umar. Y'all know I feel like he's a grifter. Um, he be on some BS. And in my humble opinion, this situation just exemplifies the fact that no matter who you are and no matter how much you virtue signal, it's certain things that you're still gonna have to deal with being a man, especially a black man, that you almost can't get, you almost can't get around it, right? But just to give you my assessment of the videos that they put out, right? Her video was interesting for a couple of reasons. One, she started out the video by saying that she wasn't doing the video for the purposes of bashing Dr. Umar. And then she proceeded to bash Dr. Umar, right? Now, she also claimed that the only reason she was doing that is because she claimed she tried to get in contact with him, but he wouldn't respond to her calls, or she wasn't able to get in contact with him, something to that effect. And she said she doesn't, she said she's 22 years old. She said that he's never been in her life. She talked about how she had a stepfather that was in her life and pretty much did everything that Umar should have did. And that, I'm not even gonna front, that right there already off the rip was a red flag. That right there already off the rip was a red flag, right? And when I say red flag, I mean a red flag in the sense that if you had a stepfather that took care of you and did all of the fatherly, why do you give a shit about Umar? Why do you care about? To me, that really doesn't make sense to me.
Speed this up.
Like something doesn't seem right about that, right? Just seems like a red flag to me. And we'll dive a little more into that in a second, right? But she claimed the only reason she was reaching out to him is because she wanted to get to know her sister, right? She said she wanted to get to know her sister. And I'm like, okay. Now, another thing she said that was a red flag to me is she was like, it doesn't make any sense to her that Umar would be out here pretending to be some sort of activist, talking about how black men need to be with black women, and you don't even want to acknowledge your black woman daughter, right? And then she went further and said, because in the black community, we got a deadbeat problem. Let's stop you right there. That was another red flag, because we don't have a deadbeat problem in the black community. That's a myth. That is propaganda. That is not real. There is no deadbeat dad problem in the black community. The problem is there are too many people running around accusing men of being deadbeats, and they're not really deadbeats. That goes on a lot. That's the biggest problem when it comes to that shit. The problem isn't that deadbeats actually exist. The problem is when you have numerous people calling people deadbeats that's not deadbeats. And I'm not even talking about Umar, because Umar could very well be a deadbeat. I don't know. But the one thing that I do know is that in his response video, he asked her and her mother to meet with him so they could have a conversation. Now, he did say that. Another thing that he said, how am I a deadbeat? And I've been paying for it since before you were born. He said, your mama didn't even give you the opportunity to come out of the womb before she started hitting him with child support, right? So I said, wow, that's interesting. And he claims he has the paperwork to prove it, right? The same way she claims, she says she has the paperwork to prove that Umar is her father. I don't think that's necessary, because Umar kind of admitted that he's her father. But Umar also said that he has paperwork proving that he paid child support, right? But
I want to give the definition to what deadbeat dad preferably means. Deadbeat dad refers to a father who neglects his responsibilities towards his children, specifically in terms of not providing financial support, generally after divorce or separation. Hmm, interesting. I think I ought to read that again. A deadbeat dad. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Greg. A deadbeat dad is referred to a father who neglects his responsibilities towards his children, specifically in terms of not providing financial support. It doesn't say anything about going over to the house, checking over the child. It doesn't say anything about that. It says specifically financial support, generally after divorce or separation. Just want to give that little definition. Now let's continue.
It doesn't really matter if he paid monetary child support, because the first thing that's going to fly out of her mouth is, he didn't come to my soccer practice, and he didn't come to my cheerleading, and he didn't take me to Chuck E. Cheese, and he didn't, and all that old bullshit, right? All that bullshit. I have a different disposition when it comes to children today. Well, not children. Let me say the offspring of people, right? Because she's not a child. Hold on one second, you guys. She's trying to go out on me.
She's not a child.
Hit the Cash App and support the show. This is an important topic. We can't put it all on Mobile Maze. Mobile Maze is the only person that contributed this morning. We're gonna do a deep dive, but we got to get the support right before we do. And I don't totally agree with that. I don't totally agree with that. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
I don't totally agree with that. And don't worry, I'm gonna explain why.
Might as well just go ahead and talk about it. Might as well just go, because I got some more. I got some more.
Offspring. And it's not the same opinion I used to have, because when I was younger, I watched as people went through bullshit to be in their children's lives. Mainly men. I watched as men went through bullshit to be in their children's lives. Like, I didn't live with my father 24/7, but because I didn't live with my mother 24/7, I didn't get that issue that a lot of people got, where it's like, oh, my dad didn't do this and my mom didn't do this. You know, it's certain stuff that I had an issue about when I was younger, but I grew out of that shit, right? I grew out of that shit. But you know, I watched as dudes in my age bracket fought like hell to be in their children's lives, right? I fought like hell to be in my children's life, right? And at the time, I did it because I genuinely believed that the benefits of that outweigh the downside. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now that I'm older, I can't honestly say that the benefits outweigh the downside. The way I feel now is like, when you're a father, you go through all of that bullshit, and in the end, it's like it doesn't even matter.
And he has a point. And he has a great point. Because, see, all I've been hearing for the past 3 years is men don't have a safety net. Men don't have safety nets. With men they go to court and they fight and they don't get custody of the child, and they have to pay so much in child support, and they have to pay like $37 and some odd cents, whatever income you make or whatever. That's all I ever hear. Is there's no safety nets for men. Yeah, there are safety nets, but clearly you have to be the one to be active in the child's life, number one, and you have to fight. You have to go to court, and I don't care how much money you spend. If you have to go broke, then you have to go broke. And clearly, this is what this brother did. He was. People don't think that he's ever fought for his children. His 2 children is absurd to me. And he talks about children all the time. It's just absurd.
That's what men are up against. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, so when I look at a situation with like Dr. Umar's, I can read that shit with my eyes closed. I don't even have to know the particulars of the situation because it's so common. It's the song. It doesn't really matter if Umar was a deadbeat or was a good father. It doesn't matter. The outcome is always the same. Anytime, look, the only time that you have a shot in hell of your children truly respecting and admiring you is if you get with a woman, the two of you get married, you have a household, the children are born, and those children grow up in the household with their mother and you and their mother have a good relationship, and those children are raised in that house until they're grown and they leave out on their own. That is the only time that you have a shot in hell of those children respecting, revering, and appreciating you as a father. That's
And I will agree. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to skip over this here. Hey, Mr. Nebraska is in the building, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into uh, Cynthia G's bullshit in 5.4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1.
You're being what I call bullied by your father. So I wanted to ask, how are you doing mentally? Because I know for me that wouldn't be easy to deal with. Like, it wouldn't be easy for me to deal with, regardless to whether he was there or not. This is your father. So how do you feel about everything that's going on?
I don't agree with the response that he gave to me, as well as the response that he gave to my mother. I don't know if you recall, but he called, he said mama Smurf and daughter Smurf. I don't really think that that was appropriate. If anything, what I would have respected out of him is if he would have came to social media and said, you know what, I was not in your life, I wasn't present, but moving forward, I want to make a change, I want to make an adjustment. But instead, I feel like he probably did respond out of hurt, but at the same time, it's like, you're my dad, so I kind of
Now, this is a script. I know this is a script. It's gotta be a script.
expected more out of you. As far as mentally, I do have a great support system. I do take a step away from social media from time to time because it is a lot of negativity. It is a lot of bashing, um, and you can only do but so much. And at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I have strong skin, thank God. Like, I've gone viral other times, so I kind of know how to handle it. But mentally, I just try to take a step away from it. I think that's good for everyone to just take a
Yeah.
step away, regroup, and yeah.
So let me ask you this question, because absentee fatherism, because
She's very mature. Really? Really? She's very mature. Okay, I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm gonna let you keep it.
I know you said you were raised by your stepfather, which is actually really good that you are actually able to have a stepfather. I don't know that many people do. I would suspect that they don't because of the dynamic in our community. If Black men don't even want to raise their own children, I'm not going to sit here and think that they're going to want to raise someone else's children. They're very adamant that they don't. So, what do you think about the fact that you have this fatherless epidemic within the community that has literally been talked about by nearly every single agency in this country, starting from since Black people left the plantation? These things have been tracked. What do you think about the fact that your dad is one of the loudest voices actually against absentee fatherism? He's very adamantly he stands very adamantly on Black men accountability and them needing to take accountability, them needing to be in the home. Like I said, when we were on the Fox Soul, when we were on the Fox Soul discussion, he said that single mother led homes were one of the biggest issues in the Black community, and it was the product of a war being waged on Black men. Yet this is a man who also chose to walk out on his family. Because I have two questions. Did your mother, or do you know, because his narrative is that your mother kept him away from you. This is the narrative in the community. So
Mhm.
I first wanted to just ask, what, if anything, what do you know about why he wasn't in your life?
So, him and my mom used to co-parent in the very beginning, but after a while, he stopped picking me up. So my mom had to make police reports to document this to the courts so that they knew, hey, I came to this location. He was not there. You know, I did my part. So, um,
Mm-mm.
like I said, in the beginning, he was there, but then he stopped coming to get me. So my mom was pretty much the sole caretaker of me. What was the question again,
How?
Cynthia?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. oh, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Oh, there's a reason why I'm shaking my head, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let this play out.
How old were you when he stopped visiting,
I was very
seeing you?
young. If I had to take a guess, I want to say maybe like 10 or somewhere under there. I was very young.
Yeah, it sounds like around one of the most critical times in your life, because when you're 10, you're starting to go into the preteens, you're starting to understand and develop your own identity. So this was a very critical time,
Dad said I'm hating who? On who? Who do I hate? I don't hate nobody.
especially for girls when they get into the beginning stages of hitting puberty, needing to understand, I'm attracted to these males or even females over here. Nonetheless, sexual identity is developing. They need that guidance from their father. And it sounds like that was the primary time that he decided to leave. Given that he was there in a certain capacity when you were younger and then stopped, what was the impact when he stopped coming around? And what did you learn about why he stopped coming around?
So because I was so young, there was only so much I could do. When I was around my dad, he tried to tell me that my mom tried to keep me away from him, which was a lie. He also made another statement, not to go on a tangent, but he stated that the two mothers of his children wanted to marry him, which I don't know my sister's
Okay, hold
brother.
on. We got to double back to, to two mothers.
Yes, he has two children.
Oh, okay. But two different women.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry. That threw me a little bit.
Um, so he actually claimed that they wanted to marry him. My mother never wanted to marry him. I just wanted to make that clear. But yes, he tried to tell me that my mom tried to keep me away from him, which was a lie. He stopped coming to get me. So that was on him. They had a court order, he didn't follow it, and so that was pretty much the end of that. So he didn't hold up his responsibility. That was on him.
Why didn't he want to marry your mother? Because I would think that with this, because he's saying this too. Like I don't know if
Yo, I didn't even say a word yet. So keep your pants off, okay? We got a long way to go. I didn't even give my conclusion yet. And y'all just sitting in the chat, just typing away. Let it play out. I got other clips. So let just this whole thing play out. I heard this earlier. I heard this BS trash all earlier, but people have the title to their own opinions. We still haven't heard from the mother, so therefore, let's let it play out. Let's let it play.
you saw, I'll show you, because this is exactly what Umar is actually saying
Mhm.
himself. He is going with the narrative that your mother kept him away from you, which is the narrative that black men always resort to. It's the primary one. She kept me away from my kid. Okay, fine. Even with a court order, she's doing it, and you're doing nothing in response. So
No,
in
no,
this,
hold on, hold on,
he
hold on,
is
hold on,
saying
hold on,
that
hold
as
on.
well.
Craig. The one thing we ain't gonna do, we ain't gonna talk down to the daughter. We're not gonna talk down to the daughter, even though she's 22. We ain't going there. Simply put, Again, we don't know. Even though she was wrong for doing this, and this is not the way to do it, right? There are people in her family that a person that is going to be nameless, because I don't want this shit circling over the internet for what I truly know. All right? I don't want this shit circling because it's going to be a shit show. But what I do know, that people say that she was wrong for doing this, but is not. But for her, as far as her hurt, as far as her pain, I can understand it and I can accept it. It's the same for him. He should have never gotten on the internet and spoke on any details whatsoever. But since it's already out. It's already out. So let's just let this whole thing play out. Let's just let this. I've been saying this for a week. This is none of our business. This is none of our affair. But since people want to get their little pound of flesh because they hate Umar so much, he's this prominent figure, and they hate Umar to the point where they hope he commits suicide. This is what I've been hearing. They hope he commits suicide. The man has been getting a whole bunch of death threats and a whole bunch of other shit, and this is what else he's going to have to deal with. I said, this is the part of being an activist. You got to take the glories with the pain. That's what I say.
Well, he's saying that, and he actually comes down here specifically.
Salute.
And he said, Mama Smurf has been lying to Baby Smurf her entire life. I was excluded from your life despite multiple family court or shared custody orders because I didn't marry your mother. You will be with both of us or neither one of us. That is the whole truth, all of the truth, and nothing but the truth. So this was Umar's latest response. And he definitely is blaming your mother and outright saying actually that your mother, and because she was so bitter because he wouldn't marry her, she decided that she would violate multiple court orders and just keep him away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that post that we just went over?
Yes.
What do you think about him asserting that your mother and putting this out publicly after he got in the video and already admitted that he wasn't there for you?
So being that he's such a public figure, I think that he needs to be careful about the information that he's putting out, because for you to get on the internet and make lies and claims and allegations that are not true is kind of beyond me. I don't understand why my mom would want to marry a man that put his hands on her. He also claimed that I guess my stepfather was the one that put his hands on her, which that was never true. But he was domestic towards my mother. But my mom never wanted to marry him. That's a complete lie. I don't know about the other baby mom or whatever, but my mom never wanted to marry him ever.
Okay, there are two types of domestications. I can't even say the word. There's verbal, and then there's physical. There's verbal and there's physical, right? If he was, let's just say he was being physically abusive, right? Where's the police reports? Where's the field reports? You would have police reports, which she did not come out with. There would be evidence like pictures of bruises, cuts, shit like that. So again, there's physical abuse and then there's verbal. Now, if he was being verbal, I can see him somewhat being verbal, right, to a certain degree, but that's every man. Every man is going to be verbally abusive to the mother and not necessarily to the child. That's every father. when you have to go through this shit, oh yeah, you're going to be verbal. So she didn't even explain that, but it is what it is.
That's a lie.
Did he say why he wouldn't marry your mother? Because here's the thing. I would think as a man like Umar, I would think if he's parading around promoting black queens, black men should only be with black women, we need to build stable black families, the black man needs to be the head of the home. It sounds like he had an opportunity to be that head of the home because he's acknowledging that your mother wanted to marry him. Okay, that's fine. From his perspective, your mother wanted to marry him, but he chose not to. He had an opportunity to create a stable black family, and he chose not to. Did he ever give you an explanation as to why he did not marry your mother?
No, because I was only in contact with him at such a young age, so I wouldn't even have been able to comprehend what was going on.
And your mother said she didn't want to marry him, so obviously she wouldn't. And of course, if he was abusive, you shouldn't marry your abuser. So abuse and not marrying, best decision she could have made. But I find it interesting that this man is talking about stable black families, had multiple opportunities to create one, it sounds like, and each time he decided that he would just create a broken home, that he wouldn't raise his daughter, because he literally came out, and I don't know, did you see the video where he was admitting to, have you saw that video?
Admitting to what?
Where he's admitting to not being there for you.
Yes.
So what do you think about his response, given that there's a video of him basically predicting this, then you come out and do what he's predicted, and then in response to you doing what he predicted, he goes on a bullying media campaign, mishandling you completely because you are his child. So there's a way that a psychologist should be handling his own child. There's a way a decent man should
He been said that. He said that years ago.
Be handling his own child. But he's mishandling you, quite frankly, to me, putting your mother, dog whistling to put your mother in.
You know, it seems like to me, some of y'all are just automatically on this woman's side when yet you know Cynthia G to be a messy person. This is the same Cynthia G, mind you, that always talked about beta males and how men are this and men are that, how the beta males, blah, 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 blah. But she had a baby by a beta male. Does she ever talk about her nigga? But it seems like y'all on the side of Cynthia. So again, I'm gonna let this rock. Cocaine paperwork. Cocaine paperwork. That ain't no weave, Craig. That is not a weave. That is not a fucking weave. That is what Tommy Sotomayor would call a hair hat. We would call that a hair hat, my nigga.
In harm's way with this trope that, you know, she kept me away from this daughter, turned this daughter against me. Now this daughter is coming out exposing me. But he already predicted this. So what do you think about the fact that he has a video out here where he predicted this, but he is now calling you a clout chaser and putting your mother in harm's way in response to it?
I just think that it makes him appear more as a fraud and a hypocrite. You can't get on social media and say one thing, but you're doing the complete opposite. I will never take away from Dr. Umar's work. I think he's very smart, very intellectual. I think a lot of people would say the same. Very smart man. I've watched multiple interviews that he has done on The Breakfast Club and on other platforms. So I'll never take away from who he is and his work. But if I looked up to somebody who did, you know, a certain line of work, especially psychology, and they aren't in their own children's lives, it's kind of like, well, how are you advocating for this, but you're going completely against it? It doesn't make any sense.
This is scripted. I'm just gonna say it outright. Until I'm wrong, I'm saying this whole thing is scripted.
But I'll never take away from his work.
Yeah. This to me.
How are you gonna? First of all, you're doing it again. You said you didn't want to bash him, but yet you're bashing him on social media. He says he wants I wish he would have not said public. I think he meant private. I'm just going to put it out there. He should have said private and not public. Have a private sit down between you and your mother. Well, obviously, I don't know if that happened or not, but quite clearly, this hasn't happened yet because she's been on Tommy Sotomayor's interview, who I will not be playing because it's just plain flat out wrong what he did. It's just wrong what he did to her. Just wrong. I mean, she acted a damn fool from the beginning, but then again, you're a grown ass adult. For you calling her a whole bunch of B's and H's, and just because she ain't responding you correctly doesn't give you the right to go off the way that you did. If I was Umar, I'd have whooped your ass. But again, this is something that clearly she put on her plate, and she's feeling the effects of it. It's like one of those 50-50 deals. She's feeling the effects of what it can do versus what it can do. It's giving her praise, it's giving her glory, it's giving her views, it's giving her this, it's giving her that. But at the same time, people are criticizing her for, being a clout chaser and all this. And I don't like that. I do not like that. But again, this is what happens when you get on social media and you speak loudly. If you are in a place of hurt, and this is every father, and this is every mother, if you are in a place of hurt, and you live not too far away from me, which is clearly in this case, they are both in Philly, North Philly. Clearly, if you feel this way, and you know where I live with my mother, with your grandmother, you know where I live. Clearly, you could have came over the house if you were feeling this way, and he travels. He travels. If you felt this way, stop by the house. Y'all ain't that far away from each other. And people act like, oh, he's supposed to be right here in the city. They're both in Philly. They don't live that far away from each other. The hell? This is stupid.
It's just completely not the way. To be honest,
Nah, bruh, hold on. I hope I didn't see what I thought I saw. Tommy was attacking her because abusive Mr. Stick Up. What? Abusive Mr. Stick Up for each other? Rewrite that. Please rewrite that. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Let me go put what video are you trying to put? Our video is doomed. Glad I don't have any kids. I mean that's your prerogative, but you don't have to go on that based on what's going on now. It's like when someone says something, you're supposed to take it for what it is, analyze it, and say, this is what I'm not going to do. People don't want to do that. People just want to take things and say, oh my God, this community is doomed. No, it's not, because you're supposed to take things for what it is and insert it into your own person and use it to your discretion. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, but people don't want to do that. This is our leaders are gone. Abusive men defend other men's abusing women? Do you have proof? I'm going to say it again. Do you have proof? If you don't have proof, that's an allegation, which I wish ultimately people would start suing people for. If you say if you say I'm an abusive father, and I say where's the evidence, and you have no evidence or proof of me hitting my wife, I'm gonna sue your ass. Tommy defended. No, he didn't. Tommy did not defend Umar. No, he did not. No, he the fuck did not. He did. Do I have to get a magnifying glass and raise it on y'all about? Do y'all even know about Tommy? Tommy don't give a fuck. He don't care. He don't care about black women, and he certainly don't care about the black community. This is news to him. He wasn't defending nobody. I've been knowing Tommy for a very long time, and that nigga don't defend nobody. All he is, he just getting the cash and getting ass. That's all he does. And nigga, I honestly wish that day when Tariq Nasheed came up there to when he was interviewing with Vlad, I really wish something would have went down that day. But something did go down in New York when he got punched in the face. That's not nearly enough for a guy named Tommy. To hell with Tommy, man. To hell with Tommy and that whole bullshit. Yeah, that's fucked up. He damaged her reputation. No, we don't even have to talk about fucking Tommy. Man, that nigga. For real.
I would have expected Umar to handle this situation differently. I would have expected him to pull it off of an online platform and do it behind closed doors. That's what I would have expected. Even given Umar's self-aggrandizement, even given his arrogance, because he did say he is a doctor of psychology who primarily works with children, I would have expected him not to bully his own daughter publicly in response to this, because at the end of the day, he said he was not there for you. He said that you were going to expose him because he didn't pour into you the way that he was supposed to. So then to come and attack you in response to you doing what he predicted, to me is complete trash and is complete mishandling. And to me, it actually shows 100% his character. But the reality is the black community doesn't hold black men to any
Heifer, you don't hold yourself accountable when you gotten pregnant by that pookie. You don't hold yourself accountable. And shouts out to Jason Black when he exposed you. And you were off the internet for a while for a reason. You're off the internet. I don't want to, your reputation is shot. So what you have to say about Umar is just straight, I could care less. But for other people who don't have your reputation, I can actually hear them. I can't hear you. But clearly, Anessa don't know anything about you. She don't. She's just trying to get her little, or rather, Cynthia G is just trying to get a little vengeance because Umar spanked that ass on Fox Soul or whatever. He totally spanked that ass with knowledge. Took a brain out of his own head, started whooping her ass with knowledge. He was like, you can't do it. He just tore that ass up. Now you back on the internet talking shit. Why did they let these people back up? Why?
Any character standards. There's none. Not even the ones we call leaders. So instead of the black community rallying behind you and saying, Umar, this is your child. You've acknowledged this is your child. Take your family grievance off the internet and deal with it privately. But he chose not to do that. and instead have called you a clout chaser, and instead have decided to say that you are after a money grab. And a lot of people are saying the same thing. They're questioning your motives for exposing him, and are saying things like, well, why did you wait until now? Do you mind speaking a little bit about your motives for exposing him and why you came out now? Because apparently, whatever you said in the past may misstep. Know what you was saying. You came chaser. You're hired by the CIA. Why now did you choose to expose him?
What?
So the only reason why I brought it to social media was because I tried to reach out to him regarding my sister and he ignored me. I did make a video originally on TikTok and Instagram. My TikTok did get taken down, but in the video I did state that I'm not trying to bash him and that the main motive and reason for me making that video was to try to find my sister, which I did. So I literally found her within a day. Her mother reached out to me and I am now in contact with her. So I did want a conversation out of him, which I did not get. I don't know if you guys recall, but me and him was supposed to meet up somewhere on Thursday to have a conversation, but that didn't happen because he continued to ignore me. So I just kind of let it go.
Wow.
Wait a minute. You rejected it when you read the post. You rejected it. What are you talking about? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, this is none of my business. She read the post and then rejected him. Read the post and then rejected him. It's on TikTok. It's clearly on fucking TikTok. Clearly. This is sad because this is none of our business, really. And if you were trying to really reach him so you don't have, or you trying to, I'm sorry, if you're trying to reach your sister so you don't have older cousins, aunts, uncles, older nieces and nephews or whatever, you don't have none of those. Is this is what we're doing now? Where do we learn our values from? Where do we learn our values from? If we didn't have social media, what would we be doing? If we didn't have this, if we didn't have these platforms, what the fuck would we be doing? All would have been lost. Something is clearly wrong with black folks. Something is clearly wrong. I can care less about white folks, what they're going through, Asian folks, what they're going through. I'm concerned about us right now because this is crazy.
So your goal wasn't to come for a money grab, which, by the way, I'm gonna say this because it really needs to be said. I don't think you can be a clout chaser of a man who has an obligation to you. There is no clout chasing of your father. So this is the immature stance to
That's
begin
an
with.
excuse.
This man, even though admitting that you're his daughter, even though he's
That's a
blaming
fucking
it on your
excuse.
mother, he's showing a detachment to you. He's showing literally a complete disregard. Why are you calling your daughter a clout chaser? Why are you saying she's after a money grab as if you don't have a financial obligation to your child? This is a man who neglected you for, it sounds like, 12 year span, because you said he stopped coming around when you were 10, so that would be 12 years, then you would then be 22.
We
So
don't know that.
this man has completely chosen to make himself absent, a non-factor in your life for a span of 12 years, and then wants to call you a clout chaser as if he doesn't have an obligation to you to begin with. It's like,
Exactly.
this is your obligation. When did you first learn that you had other sisters by Umar?
So my mom told me that the mother of my sister actually came to our old house And I don't know why she was trying to get in contact with my mom, but that was when I had found out, like, oh wow, I have another sibling. And I have actually been told that he has 3 to 4 other children, but I'm not going to continue to say that because from my knowledge, he only has another daughter. But yeah.
Wow. How did it make you feel when you get older? You learn that okay, your father just decided he didn't want to come around at a critical point in time, and then you learn that he has multiple other children. Because this is something that's actually going around now a lot. A lot. Like there's a lot of talk. He have 3 different baby mamas. Some people are saying he has 4 to 5 children. To me, all of that is alleged. We already know he has you because he admitted it. We know he has at least 2 because in that same video clip, he did acknowledge having a teenage daughter and one that he said is 22. So clearly he was talking about you. How does it make you feel when you learn that your father who abandoned you now has more children that he has robbed you of the ability to even grow up in proximity to because you had no knowledge of them?
So I'm not sure if he was in her life, but to my knowledge, I am the oldest. And it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, you didn't take care of me, but you could have at least been there for her because she's younger than me, you know? So it's honestly kind of disappointing to say the least. Yeah.
It's scripted. It's all scripted. So, I think I heard enough of this crap because clearly we got both people. Well, I'm gonna start with Cynthia. Cynthia has she clearly has issues. Clearly, she clearly doesn't like Umar. We get it. Everyone's gotten their pound of flesh. Congratulations. Y'all still don't know shit. But it's not over. Let's hear from the man himself. If y'all care to hear from the man himself, because there's always 2 sides to one story. But we still haven't heard from the mama yet. Leave the mama out of it. For what? For fucking what? How do we have all these men who fight for their lives to get their fight desperately to get their children in their lives, and they get denied custody? But I'm gonna stop talking because clearly y'all ain't convinced. Y'all is just one side of the shit. So let's hear from the horse's mouth, shall we? Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Wait a minute. Peace.
Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Mark Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Mark Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. I want to say good Garvey Day to my Africans on the continent of Africa. I want to say good Garvey Day to my Africans in Asia. I want to say good Garvey Day to my Africans of Europe, my England Africans, my French Africans, my Irish Africans, my Scottish Africans, my German Africans, my Australian Africans. Austria Africans, excuse me. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Australian Africans, my Melbourne Africans, my Queensland Africans, my Brisbane Africans, my Sydney, Australia Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Canadian Africans, my Toronto and my Montreal and my Nova Scotia Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Caribbean Africans, my Haitian Africans.
I'm just gonna go based on what he told us. 2 and not 3. That's how I base them will go on.
Africans, my Turks and Caicos Africans, my St. Croix, St. John, St. Lucia Africans, my Puerto Rican Africans, my Cuban Africans, my Dominican Republic Africans, my Haitian Africans, peace and Pan-Africanism to my South American Africans, my Brazilian Africans, and my Costa Rican Africans, my Surinamese Africans, peace and Pan-Africanism to my Central American Africans, brothers and sisters, my Mexican Africans. Oh, yes. Peace.
What is he gaslighting about? Everybody's acting like data babies. What is he gaslighting about? To be perfectly honest, he shouldn't have said anything at all. If that were me, I would never said anything online. I would have never said anything. Nothing. Because it's nobody's business. Nobody.
My Venezuelan Africans. Oh, yes. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Texas Africans, my Jersey Africans, my Phoenix Africans, my Florida Africans, my Detroit, Chicago, Omaha, St. Louis Africans, my Milwaukee Africans, my Kentucky Africans, my Memphis Africans, and my Chattanooga Africans, and my Nashville Africans, my Trenton, New Jersey Africans, my Jersey City Africans, my Newark Africans, my Camden Africans, my Bronx Africans, my Brooklyn Africans, my Harlem Africans, my Queens Africans, my Staten Island Africans, my Buffalo Africans, my Rochester Africans, my Syracuse Africans, peace and Pan-Africanism to my Connecticut Africans, my Maine Africans, my Rhode Island Africans, my Delaware Africans. Where my Delaware, where my FDMG Delaware Africans at? If you are FDMG Delaware African, I got to pull you into the movement. If you are FDMG Delaware African, I need to pull you into the movement. My Harrisburg Africans, my Pittsburgh Africans, my Lancaster Africans, my Reading and my Coatesville, my Allentown, my Chester Africans, my West Philly Africans, my North Philly Africans, my Germantown, Mount Airy Africans, my Southwest Philly Africans, them Susquehanna Africans. Brothers and sisters, I am live in Long Beach, California. Brothers and sisters, I am live in Long Beach, California. Brothers and sisters, I am coming to you live from Long Beach, California. Let me say good Garvey Day to my West Coast Africans. Where my Los Angeles Africans at? I am here. My Compton Africans, I am here. My South Central Africans, I am here. San Diego Africans, I am here. Long Beach Africans, I am here. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, the King Kong of consciousness, the most requested Black scholar on the planet Earth is in Long Beach, California, and I will be keynoting for the third time today. I will be keynoting for the third time today. I will be keynoting for the third time today. The 44th annual California State University at Long Beach. The 44th annual California State University at Long Beach, the 44th annual California State University at Long Beach Black Consciousness Conference. I want to see all my California State University Africans today. The conference begins at 11 o'clock. The conference begins at 11 o'clock today at California State University at Long Beach. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will take the stage inside of the Beach Auditorium at 4 p.m. this afternoon. I said the keynote by King Kong Consciousness at the 44th annual California State University Black Consciousness Conference. The keynote address by Nana Payina Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade will be at 4:30 today on campus inside the Beach Auditorium. Inside the Beach Auditorium. Inside the Beach Auditorium of Cal State University, Long Beach, 4:30, King Kong will take the stage. But this is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long. This is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long. This is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long. First of all, make sure you hit the PayPal for Black boys. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal for Black boys. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal for Black boys. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, or you can mail your check or money order. You can mail your check or money order. You can mail your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy.
Y'all talking crazy in the chat. Let's see. Y'all talking real greasy in the chat. It's crazy, isn't it? Umar likes his powder, whatever. Whatever. He should just stay off of social media for a few weeks and clear all this shit up, and he can't help himself. And there's ego. He does have an ego issue. Don't we all? We-On-Loc went to Africa. He'll be back in a minute. Yeah, and I'm gonna take you with me. I'm gonna feed your ass to the lions. Keep it up. Let's continue.
P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. I said FDMG Academy. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. I said FDMG Academy. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. But this is what I want to say. First of all, my Los Angeles Africans, my Southern California Africans, if there's anything Black and conscious happening tonight in the Los Angeles area, please text me a flyer. I might just pull up on that ass. I said to my Los Angeles Africans, if there's anything Black and conscious going on in Los Angeles tonight or tomorrow, text me, because I might just pull up on that ass. What's going on in Leimert Park tonight and tomorrow? I said, what's going on in Leimert Park tonight and tomorrow? If there's anything going on in Leimert Park tonight or tomorrow, please text Dr. Umar the flyer. Because after the conference today, I will be free. I said after the Black Consciousness Conference at California State University, Long Beach, I will be free. So if there's anything Black and conscious going on tonight, please shoot me a text message. You know the number. It ain't changed in 20 years. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If there's anything going on in Los Angeles that is Black and conscious tonight or tomorrow, the King Kong of consciousness will be pulling up. Now, this is what I wanted to say. Rialto, California School District. Where are my Rialto, California Black men? I'm asking a question. Someone sent me a very disturbing video of a beautiful African princess, one of our children. I said our children, because we are one. I said our children, because we are one race, one people, one community, from Africa to Alabama, from Jamaica to South Jersey, from Scotland to Puerto Rico, from Phoenix to London.
I don't even know how to skip past this shit. I truly don't. Because this is on Instagram, right? Yeah. I'm gonna skip. Let me see if I can try something.
From Nigeria to North Dakota, we are one people. Our child was assaulted. A group of Salsa youth assaulted an African princess. A group of Salsa youth assaulted an African princess. A group of brown children destroyed, humiliated, disrespected and abused an African princess in a Rialto, California classroom. Somebody sent me the video. A couple people sent me the video. So I'm asking, do we have black men in Rialto, California? Do we have black men in Rialto, California? Because if we do, my dear African brothers, and I mean no disrespect, but if we have black men in Rialto, California, why didn't we pull up on the school district? Why didn't we pull up on those brown boys who beat up on our black girl? I said, why didn't we pull up on those brown boys who beat up on our black girl? See, this is why I founded the National Independent Black Parents Association. This is why I started the National Independent Black Parent Association. Let me talk to the black parents of Rialto real quick. We're going to get to the baby mama drama in 1 minute, but let me talk to my parents of Rialto, California real quick. We're going to get to the baby mama drama in 1 minute, but let me deal with the black parents of Rialto, California.
Oh, remember, you didn't want him to talk about his daughter, remember? Remember that? Now y'all acting petty. Y'all want him to silence and didn't know we don't want to talk about it. But now y'all want him to talk about it? That's crazy. First, you didn't want him to talk about it. Now you want him to talk about it. what the? That's crazy. Social media sucks. Social media freaking sucks. We might as well talk about relationships. Oh, wait, that's old as hell. We might as well talk about, I don't know, crack cocaine. Nah, we shouldn't talk about crack cocaine. I don't even know how to skip through this shit.
If y'all want to do something about this racism, we can do something about this brown racism. The first thing we're going to do is stop saying black and brown. The first thing we're going to do is stop saying black and brown. See, my Latino Africans already know that when I say African, they are included if they consider themselves African. See, my Latino Africans already know that when King Kong says African, that includes all Africans, whether you...
I don't know how. Because he clearly delved away from the situation, but motherfuckers keep bringing shit up. Again, I said this a week ago, but motherfuckers is so desperate for money and a click in the view and want to get heard. I'm gonna start calling some of y'all agents. Because that's just what we are, agents of chaos. We want to support the mother, right? We want to support the mother infinitively, but we want to hang dad out to dry without him saying a word about his side of the story about what happened. How unfair is this? How unfair is this? And didn't he say he had white man paperwork? Clearly, didn't he just say that he had white man paperwork? We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to
Spanish,
it.
whether you speak English, whether you speak Portuguese, whether you speak Zulu, whether you speak Akan, whether you speak Xhosa. When I say African, I'm talking about everybody. So my Latino Africans know they are family to me if they identify.
Miss Nebraska, we don't know what the truth is. That's what I'm trying to express to you and to everybody. We don't know the truth. Number one, we don't even know what the mother hadn't even spoken yet. The mother hasn't spoken anything yet. And the people who know him best often say, you just need to keep quiet. Just keep quiet. Make amends, repair the relationship if there is one, because 1 minute She said she don't want to repair it. The next minute she wants to repair it. Then she goes back and flips again. She doesn't want to repair it. She said she wanted to meet. She wanted to meet up. No, I'm sorry. He wanted to meet up. She looked at the post and said, nah, this ain't working. But we don't know anything yet. We don't know. And I'm not going to sit in here and accuse a man of something that isn't true. I'm not. I'm just not. Y'all kiss my ass with that.
Identify as black on a full-time basis, but I'm talking about these racist brown people. I'm talking about these racist brown people. So we're going to stop saying black and brown.
Yo, does anybody know how to skip past this? I can only do it on my phone, but hold on. Let me view telephone.
Because ain't no brown people save our baby when she was being beat in that classroom. Here's my question for the Rialto, California black community. Here's my question for the Rialto, California black community. Do y'all want to fight against this brown racism that's collaborating with white racism, or do y'all want to keep on being scared and quiet? Rialto, this is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. This is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. This is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. Rialto Africans, if you really want to do something about this, I will come and help organize you. I will come and help organize you. Rialto is less than an hour from Long Beach. Rialto is less than an hour from Long Beach. Rialto, California is less than an hour away from where we are today. So if you are serious, we can have a meeting tonight in Rialto. If you are serious, we can have a meeting tomorrow morning in Rialto. Will the real black parents please stand up? Will the real black parents please stand up? Will the real black parents of California, of Rialto, California, will you please stand up? Dr. Umar is here. King Kong is in Long Beach right now. So do y'all want to fight back against brown and white racism, or do we want to keep acting like a bunch of scared cowards? That's my question. Because if y'all want to organize, we can have a meeting tonight. Rialto, put up or shut up. If y'all want to organize, I can pull up on you tonight. If you want to organize, we can have a meeting tomorrow. They beat up our little girl in that classroom. It was disgusting. It was disgraceful. Where was the teacher at? Where was the dean of students? Where was the classroom assistant? Where was the vice principal? Where was the principal? What are we going to do?
It's starting to irritate
what are we going to
me
do
already.
What are we going to do? I've been cut my hair, sister. You obviously don't follow the most relevant person in black consciousness. You obviously don't.
Nope.
I'm sorry, second most relevant person in black consciousness. General Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso is the most relevant African in the world, and right behind him will be the King Kong of consciousness. I said Ibrahim Traoré is number one, and I'm number two. And now that I'm a proud citizen of the Republic of Ghana, now that I'm a proud citizen of the Republic of Ghana, founded by the Garveyite, Osajafo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'm still trying to figure out how to fast forward through this shit. He talks about his black men situation like it's the last thing he's thinking of. What are you talking about, dude? Do you even know what you're talking about? The hell going on? Here's all this pro-black stuff. You know what? This is what I'm getting sick and tired of, and this is where I'm about this close to doing this. I'm throwing my hands up, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens in the black community is gonna happen in the black community. because you don't respect Malcolm, you don't respect Martin, you don't respect Malka, and you definitely don't respect Rosa Parks. You definitely don't respect Rosa Parks. You don't even respect Louis Farrakhan. And Louis Farrakhan is 93 years old in a wheelchair, doing it for black people. You don't even respect him. You don't even respect him. What? Lennon is a leader? He's just much as a grifter as Umar is. If that's the case, you don't respect your fucking leaders, dude. And I never said Umar was a leader. I never said that. You have no respect whatsoever.
I suspect that me and General Traore will be having a meeting at some time in the future. If we really want to Pan-Africanize the struggle, you cannot Pan-Africanize the struggle if you ain't dealing with the leader of the Africans of the diaspora. You can't be serious if you ain't dealing with King Kong. Because I'm the leader of the Western Hemisphere Africans. I'm the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. I said I am the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave.
Hold up, stop. You never heard of any black man disrespect Malcolm? Sick of this shit. Hold on. We're going to take a pause for the calls. Don't go nowhere either. Don't go nowhere either. You haven't heard any black man disrespect Malcolm. See, this is the reason why I took a break off, because y'all some wrong with damn. Philosophical. What the fuck? Okay. All right. So, Umar would never disrespect Malcolm X. You're out of your damn mind. Yeah, I think y'all just listen to whatever it is the fuck y'all want to hear, and y'all just go with whatever you just want to go with, and that's fine. But Miss Nebraska, I hope you're still here. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I forgot that.
For the culture shit, I just said what I said. Fuck the culture.
Well, in the words of Malcolm X, who told you to hate yourself? I mean, who told you to hate yourself?
Black people killed Malcolm X. Fuck Malcolm X. And black people killed Malcolm X.
Wow, really?
Fuck Malcolm X.
Really?
Fuck all of them. Fuck all of these people that came before us.
Go with whatever.
I don't want to hear that.
Really?
My brother shit, for the culture shit. I just said what I said. Fuck the culture.
Well, in the words of Malcolm X, who told you to hate yourself? I mean, who told you to hate yourself?
Black people killed Malcolm X. Fuck Malcolm X. And black people killed Malcolm
X.
Wow,
really?
Fuck Malcolm X.
Really?
Fuck all
Malcolm
of them.
X.
Fuck all of these people that came before us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that.
Really?
My brother shit, for the culture shit. I just said what I said. Fuck the culture.
Well, in the words of Malcolm X, who told you to hate yourself? I mean, who told you to hate yourself?
Black people killed Malcolm X. Fuck Malcolm X. And black people killed Malcolm X.
Wow, really?
Fuck Malcolm X.
Really?
Fuck all
Malcolm
of them.
X.
Fuck all of these people.
I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear nada. Y'all support a human being who absolutely, no, he's not even a human being to me. Y'all absolutely support someone who said, fuck Malcolm X. These are his words. These are Anton's words, not mine. These are Anton's words, not his. These are Anton's words, not anybody else's. And Anton is just as black as you and me. We're not we're not comparing Malcolm to Martin. You don't know who Anton is? You don't know who Anton Daniels is? You need to look him up.
Trade, but I digress. If you live in Ghana and you need to reach me, you have your own email, drumarghana@yahoo.com. If you don't live in Ghana, if you are not a citizen of Ghana, you cannot use that email address. I said for my fellow citizens of the Great Republic of Ghana, if you need to reach me directly, that email address is drumarghana@yahoo.com. Again, that is drumarghana@yahoo.com. Everybody else?
You know what? I'm so sick of this. I can't even get. Before I found it, but I found it, but I'm gonna have to go to another source because this shit is irritating. I can't even fast forward through the shit. But let's hear from somebody else who is not necessarily on the side of I don't know who Corey's on the side of, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's hear what Corey Holden got to say for shits and giggles.
Because I know her mama egged her on to try to do it. But my daughter didn't
go for it.
Go on that. My daughter did some things that make me very disappointed. But I noticed she didn't do it. Now, her mama do it all day long. Because her mama is stuck in the rock bottom somewhere. Hey, how much money Tasha can't give you for that? You starving now, ain't you? Tasha don't answer the phone when she sees you now. She like, oh, I got the best of that bitch. I need somebody else to come with something else.
You know, but that's a cold thing, man. Because look, man, cowards sell shame to control people.
Yeah.
Anything that I've ever done, ever done in my life, if it came to the light, I'm not ashamed of it at all, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I may be disappointed in myself, but, you know, you can't use shame to try to control people. And I think that's what the Umar thing is.
What is it about? What is the girl saying that he did?
Well, I mean, really what the girl, you talking about his daughter?
Yeah.
So I don't know everything, but I know there's a sense of shame that she feels because she was likely groomed by her mother to hate her father. And there's a shame there because maybe he hasn't been there like he needs to be, but she may not understand that at some point the mother weaponized her to try to control the father. And at the end of the day, regardless if it's your kid or not, the number one rule in life is self-preservation. So if a woman has more of the mind of the child and is trying to use the child against you, I don't give a fuck if it's my child or not. If the playing field is not level, you're not going to be able to use anything to destroy me once I sniff out the plot. And if my child is not hearing where I'm coming from and they too far gone, then we may have to be separated.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Until they get to a point or an age where they can understand what kind of person their mama is. Because at the end of the day, women who groom children to hate men eventually will start hating their children.
You're goddamn right.
It may be 50.
They've been hating their children.
Yeah.
If you ever aborted a baby, you hate your kids.
Yeah, double homicide.
It was pretty
sad.
Go
ahead.
It was pretty sad to see. But
I'm saying, like, I think Craig had the nicest way of saying this.
That is the nicest.
This is how I'm going to say it. Look, bitch.
This bitch.
I'm not finna spend my life arguing with you about nothing. Unfortunately, if you have custody of the baby, I might have to catch up with the baby later on in life and hope I can salvage what you turned him into or her into. Because I, myself, I'll make another one.
You're going to learn today.
Real shit.
I'm just saying. Nobody will say that, though. Hey, okay, this burn up over here. Let me start another family over here, and maybe if that one act right, I'll let him around my other family that I was able to groom.
Right.
I just despise when people go that route.
You know more about it. Was it one of your stories?
It was, but
Yeah,
it's okay. But the social media route, when people do that and have family so-called issues and put it out there like that, man.
What the young lady put it out there?
That's
She
what I'm
wanted
saying.
some.
It's
She was. I'm going to get some attention.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Because I don't care what me and my daughter went through.
And
I was proud that my daughter did give in to the pressure of strangers.
Right.
See, one of the most dangerous motherfuckers in the world is motherfuckers who want to be loved by strangers.
Man.
Who more dangerous than that motherfucker? Who want to be the person who wants to be loved by strangers is a real problem. My daughter mama love that attention she got.
Yeah.
She would
He's always on point.
What'd he say?
Peace, family. Envy is some real shit.
Chilling pit for real, man. When motherfuckers be trying to, when you see people who want people who don't know them to accept them,
right?
You be careful around somebody like that, boy.
Yeah. He has a response.
Especially
we're gonna hear it.
Okay.
Especially people who aren't offering anything. You get what I'm saying?
Except they version of telling.
Right. You don't have a talent. You don't have a message. You don't have a religion. You don't have a helping hand. You don't have anything but information on other people to offer. And then we're media, so we speak on other people's business, but we have an opinion that's filtered through a point of view. This is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So we give our opinion, our point of view on what's happening in the world. We're not making stories up. We're not waking up in the morning saying, man, LeBron James, 2 white bitches today. Y'all heard about that? No, somebody reports on it, and then we give an opinion on that. But it's not a personal slander at LeBron. It's nothing personal going on in here when we talk about what's happening in the world. But some people, they don't have that ability to separate ideas from people, you know what I'm saying? So they only strictly take personal shots.
And they want to act like that. Oh, you didn't let me read that. If you want me to read what Umar had to respond.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging nobody. The only thing good that's coming out of this unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it.
What'd he say?
Okay, so he said on his platforms, telling his followers, pick a side. He said, don't let the evil take us. If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging.
Yeah, boy, I don't agree with everything Corey says, but right now, it's entertainment. We all want to be entertained, right? That's what we're doing. We're entertaining. So let's be entertained.
Nobody. The only thing good coming out of this unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it. Please stay on your side. No more frenemies. And he also said that he told the girl who says she's his daughter that he would only have a.
He ain't claiming her.
Yeah, he is now. But I'm just.
I disagree.
And that's another thing. Why do certain people keep saying that he doesn't claim his kids? He's always claimed his kids. Umar's always claimed his kids wherever he went to. It may not he may not say it as often, but he says it more than enough times. Damn, everybody wants Umar to die. Why don't you just go ahead and just say it? You want Umar to die. Is that what you want? Is that what y'all want? Y'all want Umar to go away? Because when Umar goes away, who you got on the lunge onto for help? Who you got? Yourselves? You can't even salvage anything for yourselves. You got a few clicks here, and here. And you have FBA and you have Adolfs. They don't even like each other. You have a couple of Pan-Africans here and there. Some of them despise Israelites. Israelites just hate on everybody. All you have left is Muslims. But what type of Muslims there are? What type of Muslims am I talking about? Those are, the type of Muslims who pray to the East, and there are those type of Muslims who don't pray to the East at all. There are those type of Muslims who dress in all black, and there are those type of Muslims who dress in particular garments. There are those Muslims who are black, and there are those Muslims who are mixed with everything. Because most Muslims come from where? Mecca.
That's what people were saying. So hold on. He said that he would only have a conversation if her mother was present so that his daughter could hear both sides. It's unclear if that has taken place or not, or if she'll do it, because now she's reaching. To me, she's reaching. I think she made it worse by now coming out. I thought that would come up first if she was going to do this in public. Now she's saying that, putting it out there that he used to beat on her mom, allegedly.
Whose side am I on? Not Lennon's.
I disagree with what Umar.
I'm not on Lennon's side for damn sure.
Umar said about picking a side, man. That's the error in perception on his part, man. That's called dichotomous thinking, when you think somebody has to pick a side, like pick one side versus the other. Something can happen that is wrong, and it doesn't mean you have to pick a side. The truth is not a side. The truth is the truth. So it's just whether, to me, it should be more about whether you believe them or not. And if you believe them or not, then you also have to have the empathy to realize that shit, motherfuckers make mistakes. They don't see eye to eye. Shit happens where people aren't in one accord no more. But that don't mean that, that it's not a competition. This is an issue you having with your daughter that's really none of our business, and it should remain that. But you should never tell somebody to pick a side when you're beefing with your child, because it can go in the wrong direction. This is just about a situation that needs to be taken care of, period, point blank. But it don't have to be no sides and shit. That's him and his ego and his emotion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But I will tell anybody in this world who's grown talking against me, kiss my ass where it start getting pink.
Kiss my entire ass.
That's real shit.
That's kind of deep.
And that's deep in my ass.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
My asshole, dark brown. I know I ain't had no business looking at it, but sometimes I don't have shit to do.
How did you do that? He had to have taken a picture of it.
I've never seen the pink in my ass, but I know it's back there.
The pink of my ass is next to my heart. So
I can't take Corey or Craig serious. I can't.
Never been exposed, man.
Any grown motherfucker talk crazy.
He's got his kids in his life. She certainly do. My God damn.
Me, I tell him, you motherfucker. I don't give who it is. Kids.
Kiss the pinkness.
Y'all don't get
find the pink in my ass and kiss it.
Kiss my ass.
Because I know what's right next to it. You don't talk crazy to me, especially if you my seed. Because if you my seed, I'm going to show you love. If there's a disagreement, okay, me and you need to holler at each other. And it ain't got to be a display. That's why I said, as soon as that girl, when I started talking, I was like, who is that? They said, that's Dr. Umar's daughter. I was like, oh.
Well, the only reason I said alleged, because you said, is that he's never came out right and said, yes, that is my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I could see her with resemblance of him, though. But I'm just saying, it's like, yo, if you out here talking crazy to your parents for the internet.
To see, yeah.
That's wild. You already out of order.
You autistic.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you?
You wasn't raised right.
Man, real shit.
You wasn't raised right. What is you don't listen. You here because your mama fell for what he said. So how the fuck are you to offset the seed that opened you up from that rotten egg you was in?
How warm is so polluted.
Well, later on in life, you think you could talk crazy to who gave you life. It don't make sense. Your parents are the people on this planet who should get the most leeway when it comes to disrespecting them.
You're goddamn right.
If you
In other words, what Anissa did on his father and on any other show that she was wilding out, and she wilded out more than one occasion. I guarantee you the mother would have snatched her out of her hair and beat the crap out of her. But in this case, there was not so, because again, there was something going on in that home because he was living with two and not one. So there was something going on in between in that time that none of us know about. So from conception until now, there are some big dark holes that need to be answered, but it don't need to be answered by the court of a public opinion. It really don't. It really don't. I don't give a damn. Anissa, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. You don't like it, hop off.
disrespect your parents, that means it should be to the point where it's just, well, dad, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where is that point at? Like,
what's wrong?
I'm saying, like, you can disagree with people. You can disagree with your parents. You can disagree with your child. You can do all that. That girl is looking for attention, money. She don't give a fuck about what he think, because if she did, she wouldn't have been saying that shit out loud.
Right.
Because if she wasn't saying it out loud, I'm sure if you a man with any compassion in your heart, you're going to tend to what your daughter is talking about and try to do better.
Right.
He has a point. What's up, Montrese?
But I think there's a lot of people who want you to do what they want you to do. And I tell anybody right now, I ain't going to do what you want me to do. I love my daughter and I will try my best to help her. But I know she grew up under her mama.
Right.
I know my daughter called me when she was 16 and said, I don't have a coat. My mama make me wear 3 sweaters to school in Chicago. And then I showed my daughter how much money your mama get every month in your name. This is all real shit. And later on in life, her mama still get grace. So you know I'm going to be like, oh, well, you see who the bitch was? You want to with her, go on ahead. You want to report to your mama about shit you see when you come around me? I can't have you around me no more.
So if that's the case, if you say that that is the case, right? You said, I wonder if Umar, because I know you're a Lennon lover, I know if Umar was in her life, she wouldn't have that attitude. So I'm going to have to, and I'm sorry for doing this, I'm going to have to go to my red pill bag. Why the fuck does she have to go through the father to be a feminine woman? Ain't a woman supposed to be feminine? Ain't the woman supposed to not have these masculine traits? I thought the woman was supposed to be a nurturer, the founder of femininity and not masculinity. the old shoon and not the old goon. If that is the case, she should be acting according to what her mother brings to the table, because according to Umar, the mother was conscious. According to Umar, the mother was conscious. I don't see nothing conscious here. I do not see nothing conscious here, my guy. So what are we talking about? If there were any other mother, the mother would be whooping her ass right now and say, no, this is not the way to go. We gonna cut off this shit and we gonna contact your father. Or we're gonna go to his mama's house, because that's where he lives. Problem solved. That's just crazy work. That is just crazy work. If you don't have a biological dad in your life, which is false, if you don't have a biological dad in your life and you know he doesn't care about, now you're just picking. Now I have to read that, because you're nitpicking now. You're really nitpicking. Because again, it goes back to you don't know the story. You don't know the full story. You don't.
I can meet you at a Denny's. That's what I do. If I meet my daughter, I'm going to meet her somewhere in public where whatever she say, that's okay. Because if not, if I have her up under me, she's going to observe and report to her mama.
Right.
That's how she's been trained to do. Oh, let me tell you what I saw, at Corey's house or whatever. So I can't. I know what that means. That means you don't fuck with me.
Right.
Because if you fuck with me, knowing how me and your mama is, you wouldn't tell your mama shit about me. Grown, you would say, mama, daddy has his thing he do, just like you got your thing. I mean, but I don't think they want to get a mama the real business.
Right.
Mama, my sister, a stripper hooker. They not gonna say that. They gonna acting like Corey is the bad person.
Right.
But your sister a stripper hooker. No disrespect, because I know them when they was babies.
Yeah, a stripper.
I bring my daughter out here to visit me when they was babies. I brought her sisters because I ain't want her to be by herself. You know what I mean? You bring both of them. You don't separate the kids like that if you trying to stand on something. Don't tell your sisters. You want your sister to come with you? See if your mama say your sister could come. Of course they could come. I'm Corey. They trying to see what they can get. Not them as kids, but
Right,
you know the mama.
yeah,
Right.
It's like her bait. She throw that out there. Then when you get in the house, so what happened? Where he live? What he got? Woo, woo, woo. I know that. I ain't giving. But now my daughter grown, so she has allegiance to her mama, and you know what I'm saying? Her mama raised her to be what she gonna be.
Yeah.
I wasn't there because I wasn't finna put up with what her mama talking about.
No, fuck a talk.
I take my responsibility for not being there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna let no bitch talk crazy to me. Bitch talk crazy to me, I'm gonna get away from you. And people be like, that shit, I ain't leaving mine. I'm with my daughter. Be down. But if your daughter grow up under your jurisdiction and my dick in her, I'm going to let my presence be known.
All right, let's talk about it. Mothers putting their kids against, their father and whatnot. And this ain't nothing new. I done been through it with my son's mother and him. I feel like she put him against me. You know how a woman that say, your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy ain't this. Your daddy ain't did this. Your daddy, he wasn't in your life. He wasn't around the way he's supposed to be around and all that stuff. And it's like, it's
no matter how certain people explain it, this ain't got nothing to do with. This ain't got nothing to do with all that other old shit. This particular thing has to do with a woman, not a child, a woman who clearly dove in there head first and said, I want the same exact attention. And she got it. And at first, I was with her. I was with her when she said she wanted to look for her sister. I said, okay, cool. But why are you going on Tommy Sotomayor's live? That's the worst person. No, not the worst person. That's one of the worst people you can ever talk to because he does not give a damn about you. He don't even give a damn about Umar. So that was a red flag. Then you said you had the best stepfather you had ever had. He was the best stepfather, so why are we contacting Umar then? If he was the best stepfather, if you had the best stepfather in life, Umar shouldn't even be a factor. Third, you said you were going to go on not Cynthia G. You said you was going to go on Tasha K. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. If she goes on Tasha K's live, it's over. It's over. The situation, I don't think at that point, nothing is going to be fixed. Nothing. He calling his daughter. I know. I heard the whole thing, and if I see Tommy Sotomayor, it's on site. It's on site. It doesn't matter what podcast he's on. It doesn't matter. And now you got goons talking about this, just talking down to this girl. You got too many goons talking, just literally just talking. It's just sad. You don't know nothing about. And she showed her camel toe. She's trying to sell that box. Really? She said she wanted to play with it. She said, excuse my titties. I don't have a bra on. She wanted to play with her. Like, really? So if she was doing all that, you didn't kick her off? You kept playing with her and playing with her and playing with her and playing with her. If I see you, Tommy, I swear to God, it's on site, bro. It's on site. I guarantee you are not going to like me. You're going to be talking about me on interviews because every time I see you, it's going to be on site. You are going to have no choice but to talk about me. You can talk about any situation you want to talk about. You can talk about the old shit. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. But I guarantee you, you're going to have no choice but to talk about me. If I see you, you're going to have no choice. Because that's just wrong. Calling her all types of B's and stuff. That's just crazy. That's just fucking crazy. Oh, it's hilarious? Oh, so you saying it's hilarious that she got cussed out by Tommy? Is that what you're saying? Is that what we're saying? It's hilarious that she got cussed out by Tommy. Please tell me. Yeah, you gotta be put on timeout. Yeah, you got to be put on timeout. Yeah, you got to be put on timeout. Cause you come from that linen on it. You come from that linen on. No, he was not fucking happy. Craig, don't let me have to do it to you too. Don't let me have to do it to you too, bruh. Because that was not funny at all. She may have been disrespectful, but you're a man. You're a fucking man. At the end of the day, you know how to control the situation better. But you went to your old timey ways and started calling her a bunch of B's. You should have said that on the, you know what, goodbye. Click. I don't know you. I don't even know your father like that. But I'm not going to disrespect your father by disrespecting you. So therefore, goodbye. I'd have hung up the phone. On top of, I would have never spoken to the girl at all. But you pull this? Typical Tommy. D. Durrell was right. He's gonna sink his teeth in the shit.
And she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face? Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions.
Lord have mercy.
This is how you know that this is not about the truth.
Now, that was between Umar and his first baby moms and his daughter. Now, I'm going to jump into the clip of Umar calling out his second baby mom. Right now, she jumped into the mix because apparently his second baby moms had reached out to the first baby moms asking her if Dr. Umar is still romantically involved with her, right? So, let's jump into the clip. Umar going through the baby mama drama. Let's continue.
Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? Mrs. Vegan,
pull up season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama.
So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf, she old news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live. And I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. And I respect you, Ms. Vegan. I respect you. But you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. No problem. No problem. I will be at the child support hearing. But we're not talking about child support right now. We're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby in the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits. Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more. I'm taking my daughter out with me, and she's going to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's going to London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement outside of the white man. Oh, yes. Black self-determination. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today.
And you know what? that could be nice, but you have to, as I said before, and it gets ignored each time, things have to be repaired. And he will be the only one to do it. And the daughter will have to be there present, but she has to stop doing interviews. And at the same time, he has to stop going online, and because this is none of our business. This is none of our concern. How many times I gotta say, let's let them work it out? Right? Just let them work it out. Bless up, bless up. Bless up, Slim TV Gaming. Bless up, Rastafari.
Hey, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother.
And why is everybody tripping when he says Mrs. Smurf? Well, he calls himself Papa Smurf. Why is everybody tripping over that? Are we too young to know what Smurf is? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. People call me a simp. I still don't know what that means. So we tripping over what?
To ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? So you don't need to be asking Mama Smurf if we in a relationship. Absolutely not. Any woman that will deny a man his child has no right to be a wife to anyone. I'm going to say it again. Any woman who denies a man a right to see his child has no business being anybody's wife. Black men, it's time to unite.
Nah. Did Umar say what I think he said?
Black men, it's time to unite.
Nah, see, Dr. Umar, you can't be saying black men, it's time to unite when you've been going around the world telling black women it's okay to date outside the race, brother. Hold up, bro. Now listen.
What? Date outside the race? No. Wait. Hold on.
The world telling black women it's okay to date outside the race, brother.
Where did you get that from? Because I don't remember Umar saying anything like that. Umar is race loyal. What the hell?
Hold up, bro. Now listen, hold up, man. Let's get into it. Now, obviously, Dr. Umar Johnson broke one of my commandments, right? Like I said, maybe these women might have been very physically appealing. I don't know who these women are, the mother of his children. Maybe at the time he might have been physically enticed by what they look like, what the exterior presented to him. Maybe at the time it was just infatuation. Maybe at the time, whatever it was, actually ideologically or interviews, using a conflict with these women, which means that your mindset and her mindset is different from yours. The way that you see the world is not the way that she sees the world. And of course, there are some women who get upset by certain things I say when I tell black men that, listen, you have to be very selective with the women you choose to be the mother of your children. If you have certain standards and prerequisites, then you better stand firm on those. If there are women who simply don't qualify to be the mother of your children, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There are some women who get upset when I say that. But the reason I say that is because we should have more couples, men and women, who are on the same page. If you're going to come together and start a family, the woman you choose, the man you choose should have the same similar mentality, similar spirit, similar energy as you, so you can be compatible, so you can be on the same page and work in unison to build a family, right? So, like I said, everything I say, man, is really for the greater good of the community, so listen, there's a method to the madness. Now, one thing this whole entire scandal has exposed is that apparently Dr. Umar Johnson is being plundered by child support. Obviously, Dr. Umar Johnson is, he's suffering under the weight of child support. Apparently, that is one thing we have realized with this scandal. Now, here's the thing. Here's the cold reality. If you're a black man living in the United States of America, these rules do not apply around the world, and I'll get into that later. But if you are a black man living in the United States of America, I cannot talk about, other Western nations like the UK. I don't know how they get down. But in the United States, right? Yes, there's a financial incentive for a woman to have a broken family. And what do I mean by that? As the parent with the sole custody, if you are the primary caregiver of the child,
then you can go down to the courthouse and, if the husband, or well, not the husband, but if the child's father is a man of prominence, if he's a man of means, if he's a man who, he got some money, then you can go down to the courthouse and demand more money because you are the sole provider. You are the one who's the primary caretaker of the child. So yes, there's an incentive there for them to not only be the primary caretaker, but also keep you away from your child. Because if you're the father, the more you can prove that you spend time with the child, right, the less money they can demand in the court. So if there's a woman who, she wants to get you for the bread, you're a man of high prominence, fame, and status, then yes, she has an incentive to keep you away from the child.
Wow. That I didn't know. That I did not know. Ladies, what is, ladies, what, wait, y'all, ladies only, what the heck, what, I don't get it, and this is not everybody. Because not everybody is that deadbeat mother to not let the father get at least joint custody of the child. But I didn't know all this. Knock on wood, I'm not on child support. Knock on wood. I'm not even divorced. But this is now I know why some men. Wow. I think it was Black Man Unfiltered. He had reminded me how men don't have certain safety nets when it comes to child support. Right? When the child turns 18, they can have 2 or 3 more years of child support in Texas. Now, I don't know how true this is because I don't live in Texas, but this is what it said. Y'all women are that damn desperate to get back at the father like this. You are that damn desperate, bro. This is crazy, bruh. So much for Black families. And I'm not saying this to joke. Because this is some real serious business. This is some real serious shit. But we got to do better. We have got to do better. Who is this? Summer Red Trey. Umar said himself in 2018 he refused to visit his daughter in the court. Okay, I've heard this from, what's his name? Fake a Change. I don't want to hear shit what Fake a Change got to say. I don't want to hear what Fake a Change got to say. I do not want to hear what Fake a Change got to say. This is some desperate shit. Desperate. What are you talking about? Desperate. Who said desperate? All right, let's continue forward.
Way she'll be able to go to the court and demand a raise on the child support payments, right? Now, the only way to really avoid this or minimize this, if you're a Black man living under the laws and guidelines of the United States of America, is to get with a woman who also values the same things as you, right? If you're somebody like Dr. Umar, who says he values the Black family, right? Obviously, these women don't value the Black family, right? Because he said before the child was even born, they went down to the courthouse for child support. So obviously, the Black family is not at the top of the agenda for these women right here, right? But if she's a woman who values the Black family and she's not trying to, get the courts in between your business and she wants to, be under one roof with you, then that minimizes the courts getting all up in your business, right? That goes back to being with a woman who's compatible with you, same mindset as you, same mentality as you, similar personality as you, same, the way she sees the world is similar as you. I guarantee, right? I don't know his business, but I guarantee when Dr. Umar Johnson was choosing these women, the way he chose them was based on superficial, nonsense. Probably because they had a big booty. Probably because they was wearing the head wraps with the natural hair and the locks. Probably had, the Egyptian Ankh earrings or some, superficial nonsense, right? And then he went and splashed and made a baby, right? I guarantee he didn't, fully examine what he was dealing with at all, right? Now he dealing with the ramifications and the consequences. I'm sorry to tell you. That's why I say, brothers, you got to make sure the mindset of the woman you choose is compatible with you. Now, of course, you can still trip and fall and fail.
That's not everyone. That's not everyone. We have to get out of this mindset that this is every woman, and every woman wants to take they do to child support court and just drain him out of his means because of X, Y, and Z. We just need to get out of that mindset. If that's the case, then we don't need to be with each other. We don't need to be with each other, period, if that's the case. But you said the women are who said that the women are desperate? No, it's in a video he made himself stating that, in fact, more videos, look them up. And the one called, I remember him saying he wished he was more in his daughter's life, but I don't remember that nonsense. I don't remember that nonsense. And even if that were the case, that's mainly on him. That's mainly on him. Why does everyone believe Umar and not his daughter? I told you don't listen. I said it's 50-50. It's 50-50 at this point. This is the chaos. People believe Umar, people don't believe Umar. People despise Umar. And people are going to attack him by attacking his daughter, where she should have never came out with that video. Never. Ever. Now she's looking at the ramifications. Congratulations. You got another shit show. Congratulations. Congratulations. Instead of going private on it, she went public. There it is. So she only has herself to blame. Again, I get the both of them are hurt at this moment because of one person, and that's the mother. Nobody wants to put anything on the mom. That's crazy. She's the one that started this. And now if they truly want to come together, she has to be ass out. If they truly want to come together, she has to be out of it completely. And I don't know how he has more contact with the 13-year-old than he does with the 22-year-old. So I don't know. I don't even know how it goes. That's why I say I'm out of it. I don't want. This is none of my business. But for the past week, everybody got their little blood oath in. Everybody got their little flesh. They got their little pound of flesh. Everybody got their little pound of flesh on. This is crazy. If you are paying child support, can you still be a deadbeat dad? Well, I just read the definition. Oh, the definition is right here. A deadbeat dad refers to a father who neglects his responsibilities towards the children, specifically in terms of providing financial support, generally after divorce or separation. So if you do not support the kids financially, you are considered a deadbeat dad, according to Wikipedia. Anything else? Anything else? I mean, Bridge, am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Let's see. Let's see. People are attacking Anissa just because she's a independent woman. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do. Why is she going on? Why is she going on? It's obviously a gender thing. Stop. It's obviously a gender thing. Obviously. Obviously. That's why I said leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I told myself you was gonna you about to get thrashed on me. Because I told you not to do. I told you not to come up with that bullshit. I told you not to do that. What if Umar was really What if Umar was really abusive? He was, how do I say it? Not mentally abusive, because when you're like a military, I don't even know how to explain it, but just like his dad was to him, he was to his daughter. This way, not this way. We ain't gonna go there, because like I said, if you don't have evidence, if you don't have full proof, then people should have a right to sue. This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who is there?
This be Bridge.
Hey, Bridge, how you doing there, girl?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Getting tired of social media altogether. These bum ass no, but anyway, go ahead. Speak your speech. Speak your speech.
Oh my god! No, I was trying to just understand what you were asking me, because you said, "Are you right about something?" I didn't hear the part that you had mentioned before that.
Right about what? You got to remind me.
That's what I'm saying. You asked me if you were right about something, and I wasn't sure what you meant.
The definition. The definition of a deadbeat dad. And I just read the definition out. And again, if someone asks, Umar paying child support, is that still a deadbeat dad? Well, I looked it up, and it says a deadbeat dad refers to a father who neglects his responsibilities towards his children, specifically in terms of not providing financial support, generally after divorce or separation. So I thought you said, yeah, that's what I thought you were on the side of Wikipedia. So that's what I thought.
So they're saying it's only based on his financial support?
That's what it says. I mean, I can pull it up if you like.
That's strange. I mean, so nothing about emotional or anything else. Any other?
I'll pull it up for you, ma'am, and you can read it for yourself. There you go, ma'am.
Yeah.
If you can see it. It says it right there. You can even, I'll even blow it up for you there, Duck. There it goes. A deadbeat dad who is referred to a father who neglects his responsibilities towards his children, specifically in terms of not providing financial support, generally after divorce or separation.
It's more than that. I mean, you can give money all day long, but you could still not be in your child's life. No support, no emotional support. You may not even know what school they're going to, or anything like that. You just dropping some money, and that means you're a good dad.
If you're asking me, no, because you do need to be in your child's life. But again, we do not know the situation for for the time of conception all up until now. We're only going by what is reported through social media. And I guess these two are supposed to meet. So I say let the progression regress and let them meet up with each other. I'm talking about the daughter and him. And let them meet up with each other and let them solve solve this problem together. She doesn't need social media. But the one thing I will say, she goes on Tasha K, it's over. It's over. Ain't I don't know how he's gonna feel about this.
She was just on Cynthia G's too.
Well, Cynthia G ain't about nothing. She has her own issues to deal with. I mean, she talking about beta males and all this stuff, but you just had a baby by a beta male, so. And you were kicked off of social media for years until came back and got thrashed by Dr. Umar on Soul Fox or whatever.
Really? I don't know all the details of any of them, so I don't know. I just think it shouldn't have been on social media in the first place. But now that it is, it's not that that people are not going to talk about it and have their opinions about it.
I expect for people who despise Umar for who he is to get their little pound of flesh. Just like now, people that hate him talking about the black community and what they need to do and don't support the white man. And I think he's not saying anything different from what other activists has said. Right? John Henry Clark wasn't even an activist, he was a teacher. And he basically said the exact same thing, something similar to it. Dr. Ben wasn't an activist, but he was a teacher. And he basically amended these exact words. Self-reliance, self-discipline, self-control, and all this other stuff. And somehow we've just missed the boat. Umar has been taken to court multiple times for not paying child support. And again, you're reading from where? You're reading from where? You're reading from somewhere other than the horse's mouth. And he has a stack of paperwork. This is crazy. People really hate Umar. I see why.
I mean, I don't know him that well. I don't hate him or anything, but just based on what I've been hearing, I don't particularly like it just seems
Umar never freaking said that he went to court because he didn't pay child support. He was going to pay. People wanted his second or first baby mama wanted him to pay more child support. The hell you talking about, bruh? What were you saying? Okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying that I don't know any of these people that much, and it's just that from what I have heard and what I've seen so far, it's just not that positive.
I never said none of it was. I said this was a mess from the very beginning. But again, he's done there's nothing severe that he's done other than accused of having intimate, passionate, hot butt naked sex with Sukihana, which is not true. But I mean, hey, he's a single man. He does what he does. But with this situation, I mean, do I call it serious? No, I do not, because it's mainly everywhere in the black community. He just happens to be that figure that he happens to be that person that head figure that everybody hates. And
Yeah,
I
but
can
he's also
understand
the
that.
proponent of you know, being an example of a better husband and father and all the other things. And then this kind of thing right here that's showing that it's contradictory to what he's been preaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know Jermaine Shoe makes people too. So what does that mean? The grandmother said he would. The grandmother intervened and started getting into their business. So what are you saying? People think
Me or
that nah, these people here. People think that they know what they, and this is the reason why. So this is the reason why I just want to throw up my head and say the black community is dead, because everybody wants to get into everybody's fucking business through social media. If you didn't have social media, what would you have? What would you have? Nothing. Nothing. You would literally have to go out and you have to dig in with your fingernails and just dig in the dirt and build shit up that way. You ain't building nothing with social media. Nothing. Nothing but heartache and pain. Nothing. Nothing. And they get most of this stuff from Lennon Honor. Lennon Honor has literally, not mind you, this is a man, right? This is a man that has literally followed Umar around for 16 years. 16 years. What type of person has that type of time? I
Well,
don't.
I just learned that he's trying to do a documentary on him.
He's
Because I
done
was
several
wondering the same thing. Why is he, you know, stalking and following around to get all this information on him? But I just found I forgot who said it, but that he's actually doing a documentary, and that's why he's gathering all this stuff.
Your point, and people say you're not from Philly. Well, Lennon Honor's not from Philly. He's from California. So how does he know anything about this stuff? I don't have to be from Philly to know what I know about Umar. Because clearly, I just said to you, if you were paying attention, oh, you just got here, so I'll give you that much grace. If I know people in his camp that know him better than I do, who feed me information about Umar and about his situation, then why is it that people continue to challenge me about what I don't know? That makes no sense. Oh my God. You get all this information from, if you're not getting this information from Lennon, you're getting it from Information Man. If you're not getting it from Information Man, you're basically doxing. Just doxing. And this is what I try to get away from it. In the Umar sector, that's all we ever did. Well, they, not me, because I don't even know how to dox. I don't even know how to get your personal or private information. I really don't. But this is how these people do. This is what these people do all day. It's just make a list. It's just get information to try to assassinate someone's character. And this is why the reason why I call these people agents. Agents of chaos. Did this Nick, hold on, Bridge, read this. Did this Nick, wait a minute. Did this Nick Rose say Moorish World TV? You have the nerve to bring me Moorish World TV? Moorish World TV. The same nigga that got smacked by Tariq Nasheed? Really? What does he know about Umar? Nothing. And he could literally sue Umar. He could literally sue this dude for that. Stop. I'm telling you right now. Stop it. It's a police report. Provide me the police report that he's doing coke. Provide me that police report. You see what I'm saying? Paperwork is paperwork. Let me see it. I want to see it. Provide me with the paperwork. Come up here and provide me with the paperwork. Was arrested for cocaine possession. Is that what his father said? Because his father said he wasn't on cocaine. Is that what his father said? Cocaine. Bridge, have you known a person to be on cocaine and be this damn smart?
No, not smart or that heavy, actually.
Thank you. This is crazy.
But I have heard it before. I don't know for sure, though.
Not me. Cocaine possessions. People spread lies all the fucking time. But this is what it is, Aaron. This is what it is. People despise who he has spies all around him. He has spies. And this is one of the reasons why he probably said, I don't even know that girl. Because you know how many phone calls he gets? Or not phone calls. Do you know how many text messages he gets? And this girl sent him a message from SoundCloud. Really? From SoundCloud. Let me check this shit out. If you really wanted to reach me, you wouldn't be texting. You wouldn't be texting me. You would actually be calling me. But again, Bridge, they're going to have to solve this out. They're going to have to solve this situation.
Yeah, it should be in private, but at this point, it's just everywhere. So there's going to be all kinds of stories and lies and innuendos, all kinds of stuff.
People can believe whatever they want to believe. Just like I don't know. It's just like every time like he goes on these tours, it was before he didn't have as much security as he has now. But he's starting to get more and more security. And I can see why. I can definitely see why. I already know they're Lennon supporters.
But not only that, I mean, are there some people that want their money back from him? I don't know.
Only one person who has screamed to the high heavens about getting his money, and that's some homeless guy who has vandalated the school at multiple occasions, and we're not going to bring him into that because this is the same dude that harassed me on social media, saying that how the hell you gonna interview Umar? You didn't interview me. I'm like, nigga, who are you? Okay. I'm gonna give you. Well, to be fair, I want to be fair to you. All right. I want you to ask me any question, right? And I will give you my best answer.
Who, Aaron?
No. You. I want you to ask me any question.
About him?
Yeah. Yeah, about Umar. Yeah.
I just kind of heard lately that he only lives like a mile and a half away from his daughter.
Yeah.
So why did he not try to contact her before?
Or why didn't she try to not contact him?
Because he's the adult.
So is she.
Now?
We were talking about 18 to 22. 18 to 22.
Right.
And on top of that, but we're not gonna bypass conception to 22. We're not gonna bypass that. I get sick and tired of people bypassing from the time that she was born up until now. People just seem to slide past that, and it's very sickening. But again, you hear other people and they say, this is one of the reasons why I don't have my child in my life, is because I got to deal with shit like this. I got to deal with the baby mama hating on me or whatever the case may be, and won't even let me see my child. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. I never heard of you paying child support before the baby is born. I never heard of that before.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either, but he says he has paperwork.
I don't believe that.
He does. No. He does.
Okay. From her story, she said it was like up until maybe she was 10. And that was when he stopped trying to visit. Okay, so give him that.
Oh, we're talking about the daughter. Oh.
No, give him from 10 to 18, and there's no real contact. And then from 18 to 22, where he doesn't really have to pay child support anymore, but yet he claims he wanted to be in her life. And he could have done that without the influence of the baby mama, because she's an adult now. So I just don't see where he put forth any effort. And then when she did, he ignored her.
Is this what you know, or is this what you've seen?
This is what I've seen. I don't know any of it. I'm just going off of what's been said, and in her interview.
And so, have you seen his interview? Have you seen him respond to that? Well, I don't think it's that particular, but he's responding to all the naysayers. Let's just put it that way. Have you heard from him?
I've just kind of heard him, trying to blame the mom.
Mm-hmm.
And he's I don't know. I don't like his tone of how he's even talking with them, basically. But even with that, when she turned 18, the mom didn't have to really be involved anyway. If he really wanted to talk with the daughter,
it depends.
When she was an adult, he bypassed the mother.
It depends. If she is still living with her, then that's different. If she's not living with her, if she living by herself, then yeah, I could see that.
But there's so many people that have, they all have cell phones. I just don't understand why they're
right. And he has the same number.
Huh?
Yes, and he has the same number.
Yeah, I'm just saying, why couldn't they have had even a private or even a a confidential type of
Because I'm trying
call?
to tell you, but people just want to deflect on, just deflect and not say that the mother is part of the problem. Again, she is part of the problem. The mother is
Aaron,
a part of the problem. Huh?
I'm sorry, Aaron. How can you say I'm a hater too? I'm just going. I'm just
No,
looking
she doesn't.
at
She
the.
doesn't know anything, Aaron. She doesn't. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything.
I don't even follow him that much. I don't know much about him, and I'm just learning about her just because of the interviews. So, I mean, I know of him, and I know I've seen videos of him before and all that, but I was
Now I
never
will
I was
say.
never a follower of him.
Now I will say that he does travel a lot, and ultimately he's going to have to explain to her why he has not, took her to any any places with, to see the world and all this other stuff. He's gonna have to deal with all that. But as far as trying to embarrass him in the public eye, that's something that we don't do. See, if I had a problem with my wife and we got a divorce, and my daughter tried to out me, you know what my wife, would divorcee, would do to my daughter?
I know that's ridiculous, and she's still. I don't even know if anybody's talked with her to even stop this. Anybody in her family to let her know that this is not cool.
I'm trying to tell you, even the grandmother despises Umar. Come on. Now the whole abuse thing, you're talking about, are we talking about verbal or are we talking about physical? Because
I guess it doesn't matter. It's all abuse.
I mean, of course, he is militant because he comes from a militant background. I never said that he was perfect. By all means, she said as a matter of fact, there is a video stating that, and there's one thing, she can't even keep her damn story straight. There is a video stating that she admitted that he is very militant, and at the time where the mother tried to pick up the daughter at that time, she did not want to let her go for whatever reason we don't know. And that's when she ended up calling the police. So again, there's too many holes in people's stories, that the shit that we don't know. We don't know. So unless he comes out with it,
I don't think we ever will know the whole story. Everybody's just going off of what's online.
That'll be up to them. But all I know is this: he has more followers now than he did then. And why now she would come out with this when he's that close to open up the school, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he blames it. He said that the baby mamas are after him because of the voiceovers with the women. I don't know. I don't know why he said that. I don't know why. If you go on to his IG page, there's women doing voiceovers of Dr. Umar, but that's not the case.
Yeah. See, I don't follow him, so I don't know.
I mean, it's a whole bunch of back and forth.
Yeah, if I didn't know, I mean, I don't really know him, and then if he wasn't a public figure, and I just kind of heard his story, I would just think of him as another, another Black Pookie that we hear about all the time. The same old story.
Sorry about that. Hey, look. All I can say is, good luck to them.
Yeah.
Good luck to them, and I hope things will get better.
We don't know the full story of what her intentions are either. So it'll all play out, and we'll all a lot of it will come to light, and we'll all understand more. But who's to say she's not trying to get clout by doing all these interviews? We don't know.
Well, I mean, she ain't speaking to not Kendra G. What's her name? Cynthia G. for nothing.
And Tommy.
And I don't think Tommy paid her. I don't know.
I don't know about. I mean, she doesn't have to get paid. She's getting exposure.
She exposes herself all right. That's that, but it's. I mean, it's wrong for what he did. He was very wrong. But you acting a fool on social media in front of the world, that just makes it worse for you.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why people will ask me, would I interview this girl? I'll be like, no. Number one, that's his daughter, not mine. No. If I didn't know you so well, I just might. But I've interviewed Umar not once but twice. I've talked to Umar 3 times. I'm not going to do that. That's on him. That's on him and the mom. I'm not touching that. And other people shouldn't do that. Because what is it? What is the primary? What is the example that we're giving other children by interviewing other children and getting in their business, and all of a sudden it was just basically for a couple of dollars? You talking about 10K? What did she say? 10K to 3,500. Say that again.
No, 3,500 to 10K.
You don't think that's clout chasing?
I know it's trying to get paid.
It's trying to what?
It's trying to get paid. I don't know.
Yeah, you're doing something to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing something to me. But the cautions and repercussions of doing so when you do that.
And I doubt that she got paid already. I mean, Tommy, maybe Cynthia did, but I doubt that she paid her $10,000 for the interview.
Now, Tasha K, I don't know if she'll be able to pay it because she's already owing. She already owes Cardi B like $4 million.
I know.
that's none of my business, right? But it is what it is. But needless to say, I hope it, like I said, it all works out with the child and him. And
I mean, she seems strong regardless, you know. It's not like she seems to be so emotionally distraught or anything, but she probably has some questions and she needs her dad to answer, and then they can just move on from there, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while for things to heal up, but I, but with the father, just now that it's gained this much attention, I think he will try his best to amends with both daughters, not just the one, because he has a bit more communication with the youngest daughter than he does with the oldest. For reasons I'm not going to get into, because again, it's none of our business. I got the only people that know him best tell me, and I don't put it out there because it's for another shit show.
No, that's fine. I mean, we're seeing enough, so they can
Way
hold
more
it.
than enough.
Huh?
I say way more than enough.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like I said, if it was any other black man doing the same thing, it would just be the same old story about a deadbeat dad or a neglecting dad.
You see the bullshit that you have that people have to deal with. You see that bullshit?
Wow.
Yeah. You see that bullshit?
Yeah. Well, we see that a lot too, and it's their fault. So if that happens, that's on him.
I said that, and but I believe that they will work. I mean, it may not be now, it may not be next week, but it should happen soon. It should happen sooner than later. But again, I told people this last week. Leave them alone. And other people are starting to admit the same thing that I said. Leave them people alone. Because how
Yeah.
the hell how you gonna heal from something you can't even let them speak? I mean, y'all try to break up fist fights and all that other stuff when it comes to males and when it comes to fucking females and shit. Come on now.
No, they gotta drag him out first. Pull the weaves.
Drag them out. They don't like him. They want Umar deleted.
No, you think so?
I know so. Look at them.
All they got to do is
these are from Leonard's. These people are from Leonard's camp.
Yeah, but do you think they want harm?
Yes. 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 Look at the dumb shit. Look at the dumb shit right here.
Why would they?
Why the black community is going to hell? No, this is the reason why you in the situation that you in right now, because of that dumb shit right there. We want accountability. How you want accountability when you're not accountable to yourself? That don't even make no sense. That's from an old. You know what? That is so woman bashing. Like, it's crazy to me. You want accountability, but you don't want to put the white man accountable for all the shit that he has done to us as people. From generation to generation, but you don't want to you don't want to hold the white man accountable. You're so afraid of him. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, exactly. Again, from Lennon Honor's camp.
But why, I'm just trying to understand, why would anybody want harm put on him? Why would they want to see him dead, basically, or deleted, whatever?
Based on what he has put out there, and there are plenty of people who have put out the same thing. But I'm not trying to compare anyone, right? What he wants to do, how he wants to do it. Let's just say this school does open up in the next couple of months. What we got? We're in March, right?
Right.
March, April, May, June, July, August. We got six more months. 6 more months to go. Let's just say he's successful in opening up the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna and it's successful throughout the year. How long is it going to be? And he's talking about opening up another school. How long is it going to be before there's a generation? There's a generation of Pan-African schools. You know, for Black people in general. And yes, he's coming up with a school for girls too, or whatever. But he has to open up this one first. The
Yeah,
smaller.
please. Just open up one and then work on some other ones. I mean, is he even sharing what's going on as far as the progress?
See what I mean? See what I mean?
No, I'm serious.
No, this is the evidence. No, this is the evidence right here. Why Umar? This person wants Umar deleted. I'll court it, clip it.
Well, what do you mean
And Jones wants Umar deleted, and I stand on that.
I mean, there's a thing of just having him step down from speaking or something like that.
Yeah, that's the same thing they did to Malcolm.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to compare him. I'm not trying to compare him to anybody. I'm not trying to compare him to anybody. They can't even admit it. They can't even admit it. You can't even freaking admit it. Just data babies, Lennon honor lovers. Each and every single one of them.
I just think if he were showing, like you said, it's going to be open in a couple of months or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
Why is he not showing some progress? You know, telling and keeping his people informed.
You don't think he's
only telling a few people, like you may know something, or you know, some of his closer people, but why is he not keeping his investors informed?
You wait. Do you have his Instagram?
His Instagram? No.
He's been keeping people informed on his Instagram page. I don't know why you're not seeing it.
I don't go there. I told you I don't follow him.
Well, if you don't follow him, dear, how the heck you don't know?
That's what I'm asking. I just know that people are complaining that he's doing nothing, that he's not showing anything, that they don't even know where their money is. So I'm just asking if people are saying that, why is he not keeping them informed?
You're a brown Karen, so I don't have to worry about you. My bad. I don't have to worry about you. Not you. Anne. She said she's a brown Karen or something like that. So she's probably she said she's a brown Karen.
Oh, she'll never follow Black dudes like you. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know. Is she talking to someone else?
Why are you here? You see what I'm saying?
We will never follow Black dudes.
She's okay. All right. Again, that's still confusing.
I don't. Yeah, maybe she's talking to somebody else. I don't know.
Maybe so, but we don't care. We just don't care. Every
But I mean,
time
you
somebody
know,
asks a question about the school, he attacked. Well, how many times you gonna ask about the school before you even put a damn dollar into it? Which you haven't. You haven't. So why should he explain anything to you?
not
Why
to
should he
me.
explain anything to anybody who hasn't even put any time or effort into it?
That's
Yeah.
what I asked you. I said, why is he not keeping his investors informed? I didn't say me because I'm not. I'm not invested.
That's why he has donors. That's why he
That's
has
what I'm
donors.
saying. Donors. So, I said
He does.
investor.
I'm just gonna say it like this. He does keep his investors informed, including me. So, and I'm not gonna say anything because why should I give any of these people the time of day? Why?
I don't know. I don't understand. It just seems like, if you're part of the communication uh, network or whatever.
With these people?
Well, I mean, you have a following that tries to understand him, right?
No. Understand? That's an understatement. That's an
Well,
understatement. We're
they
trying
do
to
come here and ask me questions about him.
Yeah, and they report back to Leonard.
Mm. Okay.
Again, the only thing left for him to do is, like I said, open up the school. That's it.
Yeah, open the school.
And yeah, make amends with his daughter too.
But just opening the school,
See what I
still,
mean? You can tell right here, Bridge, that he has gotten this information from Lennon Honor, and Lennon Honor has been following him and sucking him off for 19 years. Excuse me, 16 years. Might as well be 19. I don't know anybody except for anti-Afro's Bengali, but anti-Afro's been quiet. These are people from the sector that I used to be in. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's it. But let me ask you something. You have one guy that's obsessed with Umar, right? But imagine the same man, right? Who has did the exact same thing that Umar did, collect donations from black folks, right? Just to get them out the hood, right? So you swindle and slander people to get as much money out of them as you can to move from one part of the world to another part of the world.
and people paid for it.
Yes. I mean, giving him all types of what gift cards, $1,000 gift cards for what?
Wait, they gave him $1,000 gift cards.
Yes.
Oh. And what was it, like a GoFundMe type of thing, and for him to
Yes.
move?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then he got the donations.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, but he was upfront about it. He said what he was going to do with the money. I don't know.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't?
He never said he was going. Oh wait. No, he never said he was going to move. He said he was coming out. The first time he said he was coming out with a project and never came out with a project. And then he started talking shit about moving. But he had already made the money then. So and the person had came up, mind you, he's not an Umar fan at all, but the question had to be asked, and this was a perfect question. Umar is a piece of shit, but why is it that you are doing the exact same thing that he is doing? Right? A beggar is a beggar, isn't he not? That's the question that was asked. And Lennon got mad. Lennon got upset. And not only that, Claudia, may she rest in power, has exposed this knucklehead as well.
Everybody's got a history, I guess.
Everybody's got a history. Umar's doing cocaine allegedly, and Lennon on his dad's a fourth straight crip or whatever these people. I don't know who. I never been in a gang before, but he's a crip. He's a crip.
See, that's why I don't take these people serious. I see some people get so upset, some of these content creators, they get so upset about another content creator. And it's, I don't know, it's something that you can really pull away from if you really wanted to, and stop getting your blood pressure so elevated all the time. It's just comical to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but I'm even sorry that I even brought that up to you, because we're doomed at this point. We're doomed.
Oh yeah, I've come to that conclusion.
So, our hatred for people is just truly so strong.
It is.
It's just.
But isn't that part of the design? That was so that could keep our race broken down.
You talking about the Willie Lynch tip? Yes, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, this is all by design.
Yeah, of course. If you hate a person that much, then I wouldn't even tune in to you. But you're tuning in for the entertainment.
For entertainment, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what?
It's like I told what's his name? JP. Because I asked them if they could handle their stuff, in private, but that, people are gonna tune in, just, bring their popcorn because of the entertainment. So
yeah. That's sad with JP and Flora. But I wish Flora all the best. I wish Flora all the best. And JP just, I don't know what that. I gave up on that dude a long time ago, because apparently he was cool when he was with a certain group of people. But then, I mean, of course, he got married, and I don't even want to get into all that. But best of luck to them, because he's still gonna talk. He's still gonna talk his shit. And Flora's been quiet. Flora's been definitely quiet.
Not really. They've been exposing each other pretty intimately lately.
Oh Lord, you know what? I don't want to get into it. I'll let them solve their little problems. And then, Bridge, I gotta go because my kids are getting on my nerves. Let me be a father to my children, and I'll see you guys later. Good God, thank you for coming. Hey, you have a good one. Jesus.
You too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye. All right, you
See how I
whoremongers.
get out of here.
Just hit the X. Leave
I
studio.
always- Oh, let me see.
Yeah, all I had to do was hit there. Yeah. All right, you turds. See you on the next one.